Health Club here. Woo! I'm going to completely butcher her name, so I will let her introduce herself, okay? Her first name is Laurel, and her last name is really hard to say. Here she is.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi. I have just another speech. I'm sorry. Not cool spoken word, but I'll do my best. I don't think I've given a speech since 6th grade. I gave it at my graduation. It was hilarious, I promise. My parents loved it. I did like the song lyric trick, you know, like the relevant song lyric, and I told a joke, and it was awesome. So
keep the mic right up in your face.
It's gonna be great. All right. So my name is Laurel Chickleone. It's a tough one. And I'm the chair of Students for Sexual Health. And you may have seen us on Co-Row every few Fridays. We dance to 90s beach music and we hand out condoms.
Yeah!
You might have taken one of those condoms, or you might be one of the embarrassed freshmen who just really focuses on their phone and like speeds past us. Either way, it's fine. It's okay if you don't take them. We don't take it personally. Students for Sexual Health is not a recognized student group. As far as the university is concerned, we don't exist. We acquire all of our resources and funding from outside organizations and nonprofits that believe in our cause. And our mission is to fight for the education and resources we believe BC students need and deserve in order to make informed and healthy and empowering decisions. Yeah. In spring of 2009, roughly 90% of the undergraduate student body voted yes on a referendum for improved sexual health resources during the UGBC elections. 90%. Students for Sexual Health was formed because this vote and this request and this call to action was ignored by the university. Furthermore, the university has made consistent efforts to stop the work that we do by preventing us from having events on campus, by threatening sanctions against members who gave out contraceptives to peers, and deflecting our requests and efforts to work with them to improve the campus atmosphere. Can I put my, this is going to be okay? I'm a gestural speaker.
Keep the mic within like an inch of your face and you'll be good.
Can I just stand really close?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is why we do the work we do. The average age of first intercourse in the United States is 17, and 90% of people in the U.S. have had sex by the time they are 22, which is the age that most of us will graduate from college. By the age of 24, 1 in 3 sexually active people will have or have had a sexually transmitted infection, or an STI. 1 in 3, that's a scary number. And STIs disproportionately affect people of color and LGBTQ individuals. Women at every age are twice as likely to be infected with an STI as men. 1 in 5 women will be sexually assaulted by the time they graduate from college, and 1 in 3 women will experience some form of relationship, dating, or intimate partner violence. What does that have to do with BCSSH or SSH? Whoops. You're getting in trouble for that one. I want to talk to you today about shame. So I want you to think for a second about a time that you have felt shame or you felt ashamed. Think about how that feels. I'm going to also do that. Shame is really awful. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. And feeling like nervous or guilty or anxious is really bad, but feeling shame to me is just this whole nother level of awful. Shame is a feeling that there's something wrong with you, that your actions or your experiences or your beliefs are wrong or defective or unworthy. Shame is a feeling that you don't fit, whether in your actions or in your person, into the shape that is carved out for you by society. Shame is guilt turned inward and internalized. Shame happens when you do experience, think, or believe something that you do not have the tools to process or understand in a healthy way. Survivors of sexual assault and abusive relationships often feel shame because they believe what has happened to them is somehow deserved, that they are not worth the time, resources, energy, care, or love it would take to heal, to be helped, or to help themselves. I believe there is a great amount of shame surrounding sexuality at BC, and I believe it is doing damage to the student body and to our community. I believe that damage is avoidable. I remember my first SSH meeting, entering the room and being given a space in the circle and a warm chocolate chip cookie, and being able to talk openly and freely about sex and relationships and my confusion and my joy with BC right away. That was the first time I was told that BC didn't sell or give out condoms anywhere on campus. And I was shocked because this is college, and I was like, that's what colleges are supposed to do. Okay, this is new to me. I couldn't fathom how BC could justify that behavior, because that's a huge lapse in care and concern for the health and well-being of the student body. And I was in a room full of people who felt that same disappointment. And I immediately texted my friends from home, and I said, I think I found the place I belong here. Thanks, guys. I was lucky as a young person to have grandparents who were my primary caregivers and parents who acknowledged and respected my sexuality. I could ask questions, I could go to an OBGYN, and when I came home with my first hickey, my parents didn't freak out, but my sister really teased me, so that sucked. Unfortunately, that upbringing didn't stop me from entering an abusive relationship at 17 that lasted nearly 4 years. And despite all the work I have done, I was not able to avoid being sexually assaulted during my time at BC. I felt a lot of shame around those experiences. I felt like these were things that I deserved, that something intrinsic to who I was had caused these things to happen to me, and that I had brought them upon myself. If you can't talk about good sexual experiences, one that are safe and consensual and enjoyable and empowering, how can you possibly feel comfortable talking about the bad ones? The ones you are confused about, the ones that you don't understand, how can you feel comfortable? The real problem is that the fear and pressure to stay silent and to navigate the stupidly confusing dynamics of college relationships and sex without help, that is setting us up for failure. And we deserve better. It was through the support and love of my friends and companions in Students for Sexual Health that I have come to understand my experiences with abuse and assault for what they are. Unjust, unacceptable experiences that I and many other people, particularly college students, are affected by.